There was a little boy named Wali. His mother thought he was the most beautiful child in the family. However, she didn't know how ugly Wali could become when she wasn't around. Wali enjoyed making funny faces to scare little children and mimicking his teachers. His favorite tricks were wrinkling his nose, going cross-eyed, and sticking out his tongue. One day, on his way to school, Wali saw an old man. As usual, Wali stuck out his tongue and crossed his eyes. The old man stayed silent for a while but then couldn't help himself and said,
"Behave yourself. One day, your eyes might stay crossed, and your tongue might stay out."
Wali got very angry hearing this and stomped away without replying. Something strange happened that afternoon. When Wali was going back home from school, he saw a newspaper seller. Wali stuck out his tongue and crossed his eyes at him too. As he walked on, he realized that his eyes had become permanently crossed, and his tongue kept sticking out.
Oh no! What's happening to me? My eyes hurt, and I can't keep my tongue inside my mouth. Oh no!
The headmaster is coming this way. I better cross the street and avoid him, Wali thought in panic. But it was too late, the headmaster had already reached him.
Good afternoon, Wali. Are you heading home?
The headmaster asked. Wali tried to reply, but his tongue stuck out again, and his eyes were already crossed. Seeing this, the headmaster was shocked and angry. Before he could scold Wali, Wali ran away as fast as he could. He was now very worried. He couldn't see properly because of his crossed eyes, and his mouth and tongue started to hurt from trying to keep his tongue inside. Finally, he reached home.
Wali. You're very late today, his mother said when she saw him. Go wash your face and come for lunch.
Wali washed his face and went to the dining room. He kept his tongue between his teeth and didn't look up at his mother while he ate. He was so busy eating that he forgot about his worries for a few moments. His mother asked, Wali, how was your test at school today? Wali looked at her and opened his mouth to answer, but his tongue stuck out again. His mother was shocked.
Wali, why are you sticking your tongue out at me? And why are your eyes crossed? Have you lost your mind? She shouted angrily. But Wali kept sticking out his tongue because he couldn't help it. His mother couldn't take it anymore. Wali, go to your room. You won't be allowed to play outside this evening. She took him by the arm and sent him to his room.
In the evening, when his father came home, he was very angry.
Where is Wali? The headmaster complained to me that Wali stuck his tongue out at him. I will not tolerate this kind of rudeness. Where is he? He shouted.
He's in his room. Today he stuck his tongue out at me too and crossed his eyes. I told him to stay in his room as a punishment. I don't know what's wrong with him today, his mother said worriedly.
Whatever it is, I'll fix it in 2 minutes,
Wali's father said as he went up to Wali's room. Wali heard his father's footsteps and hid under the blanket in fear. Oh, I hope my tongue doesn't stick out in front of Dad, or I'm in big trouble, Wali thought, scared. Wali, his father said as he entered the room. I know you're awake. Did I hear right from your headmaster? Did you stick your tongue out at him? Have you lost your mind? Tell me. Is it true or not? Wali reluctantly pulled down the blanket and shook his head no. Why are you shaking your head? Answer me with your mouth, yes or no. His father said angrily. And why are your eyes crossed? Oh, Dad. Wali tried to explain, but as soon as he opened his mouth, his tongue stuck out again. Seeing this, his father became even angrier. Wali's father had a very short temper. What happened next was a lot of trouble for Wali. After the scolding, Wali's tongue finally went back in. Maybe it was also scared of his father's anger. But his eyes were still crossed. The eye doctor said Wali would need to wear glasses until the treatment was over. Wali didn't like wearing glasses at all, but now he had no choice. This was the punishment for making fun of people and ruining the good looks that God had given him.